My name is Tim Meyer. I'm a co-founder and head of research and development with Contact Computer Interfaces. And what we're trying to do is create a new interface that allows you to better interact with computers by using your hands and measuring the way that your hands move instead of just pressing buttons.
My name is Ben Marggraf. I'm one of the founders and the CEO of Contact, and I'm a biomedical engineering student. I was reading through the paper and I saw something about 3D printing, and when I was in high school I had a lot of experience with doing some 3D printing stuff and 3D modeling and all that, and I was like thinking about how it's really difficult to work in a 3D space on like a flat 2D computer screen, and I thought how it would be really cool if you could look at your object in three-dimensional space and kind of grab it and spin it around and feel it in your hand. And so that was really the kernel of the idea, to make some sort of device that would allow you to feel and manipulate virtual objects.
A lot of the parts were made here with the 3D printers that you see around in Kimmel. A lot of the components for the glove were printed off through using these machines, but then some of the other things were just standard electronic components like resistors and other things like that were just off the shelf. So kind of through the design process we combined some of the existing parts with things that we came up with and were able to 3D print, and that's how we arrived with our prototype. Ben had the idea for creating a device through which you can physically touch something that is virtual. So nowadays you kind of have like the Leap Motion in the Kinect system for the Xbox, and you can wave your hands around and the computer understands where you are, but you can't physically touch the objects that you see, and it kind of creates this disconnect that you have with the computer where you don't really have a sense of where you actually are in space. So we were seeking to solve that problem by making something that allows you to feel the object that you are virtually touching. And then from that we kind of created a motion capture system, and we've just progressed from there. We want to make it so that you really feel the realism of the virtual reality. So if you're walking down a hallway and there's a door, you reach forward and feel yourself push the door open, or if you're interacting with something, you can physically feel and touch it so that it feels much more real.
Having a glove that allows you to feel and manipulate virtual objects, you could help out in IED defusal for soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan. You could really work toward robotic surgery and being able to control robotic hands within the human body to perform surgery, and anywhere that your hand can't physically be, but the dexterity of the human hand would be needed. So whether it be repairing satellites in space without having to have an astronaut outside of the safety of a space station, or repairing a deep-sea submarine without having to go into that environment because you wouldn't be able to survive. And ideally, we really think that our technology has the capability to help people and potentially save lives of soldiers in the field, and I would love to see this technology go in that direction. But just the ability to kind of change the way people communicate with computers, I think, is really what we're aiming for. Like, we'd like to replace the keyboard and mouse one day.